I need some Purdue gear.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Boilermaker Buzz podcast. Yours truly, Rapheal Davis, and the OG, Lewis Jackson. We're here to break down a couple of the games. Purdue's coming off a big win against Arizona. They beat Iowa, they beat Alabama, and now they're at home tonight, Mackey Arena, going up against Jacksonville. But look, I want to check in about the Arizona game. Lou was there in attendance, in the crowd. What did it feel like being there? What was it like?
Oh, man, it reminded me of my freshman year, NCAA tournament out in Spokane, Washington, but it was the reverse for us. So Gonzaga was playing, Washington was playing, and you felt that camaraderie. So when I look around the crowd, it's sold out, but then you look up Indiana State, Ball State, and Purdue. That's what's up. So now when the crowd get to rocking a little bit, you feel that Indiana pride. But it felt like that NCAA tournament feel. It was one of the best atmospheres I can say as a fan just to be a part of.
That's what's up. What stood out to you about Purdue? Because, I mean, for me, early they was getting up and down. And in years past, even last year, Purdue didn't want to run. Yeah. And now it looked like they accepted getting up and down, and they was up for that challenge. What did it feel like, and what did you see?
That defensive intensity. I think one of them days, whenever we was talking, and I asked you after the Maui, I was like, when did Purdue defense stop being known as like tough or like people would be afraid to face it? Face us. Like, I kept hearing everybody say that, but just watching, and I asked, shout out to Fletcher. Fletcher did a hell of a job. Yeah. I asked you, I said, how do you think these matchups are going to go? But from the gate, you just seen Fletcher dialed in. You felt Braden dialed in. Like, you could feel that intensity, like, hey, man, this is a statement game. We keep hearing how good these guards is, and we going to show y'all, like, we can handle this. So just that intensity, it was like, it was a point to prove.
Yeah, because Larson and Boswell, they go 16 points on 16 field goals, and they normally above 20 and above 48%, 60% from the field, both of them. So you could tell Fletcher dug in, Braden dug in. Even off the bench, the guys came in and took those matchups serious, and that's what needs to happen. You go back to that Northwestern game, man. Ty Berry, Boo Booey, Ryan Langborn, they combined for 70. Yeah. So, I mean, if Zach getting 35 and y'all letting the guards get off on the perimeter, it can't be everybody. Like, Caleb Love gets 29 on 19 shots, but Boswell can't get 20 as well. And I think the guys started to understand that, and they took that to heed. But one thing I noticed was Fletcher's aggression. After struggling the previous game, 0 for 5, came back in this game. And he got benched at the end of the game. Came back in this game, 18 points in the first half, 27 for the game. What'd you see out of him?
I felt like that freshman year Fletcher we seen early in the Big Ten, and I want to take these shots. I'm aggressive. I know I belong here. You felt that. And then I think, too, how we always talk about that Matt Painter has that shooter, the Ron Smith, Dakota Mathias. I think what he showed Ryan Klein to that progression, like the aggressiveness to get downhill. I joke with Fletcher all the time and tell him, I don't know how you get downhill, but to see him be able to get downhill with that at that type of level, you know what I mean? Arizona, Keyshawn Johnson, athlete. Like, they got athletes, and he was willing just to attack, and like so just being aggressive from the gate and just not second-guessing his game was big for him.
Because he's taking open ones, and now he's not catching it and looking for nobody else. Yeah. He catching it. If he open, he's shooting it. If he got an angle, he driving it. Like you said, there's no more second-guessing. And what I saw in this game, too, was if Zach didn't have it going, they wasn't trying to force-feed him. It was like, all right, you ain't got a big fella. We'll wait for you to get it, but we going to hoop right now. And that's what this team need, too, because even Braden getting to his right hand off that ball screen, he's just looking to get his game on. He's looking for his game first. He's looking for Zach second, and then he's looking for the pop guy. But it's not always Zach. True. And that's why he come away with 26 points. In the last 2 games, he's been balling. What you seen out of Braden?
Oh, man, you just, like we keep saying, he knows he's him. Yeah. Like, it's that confidence. I'm taking these big shots, and I think that was the reverse from last year. We go back to that Fairleigh Dickerson game, or even some of those big games. It was sometimes I feel like guys didn't necessarily take the shot because they didn't want to be the guy to say, I missed this one right here. Let's just go through Zach. To where, like you said, this year, it's like, okay, y'all going to double down Zach. Hey, I'm taking this shot. I'm living with it, make or miss, but I know I can do it. And you just see more of that confidence because Braden took some big threes in the second half. I think we didn't score for 6 minutes in that second half. And I wanted to text you during the game. And I was like, damn, this feel like Alabama in reverse. And then Braden decided, hey, man, I'm going to take these big shots right here. Lance missed a shot, but then hit that big-time 3. And you just seen those guards like, I'm willing to take these shots, live or make with them. So that was a big thing for me to see.
Because in March, it's a guards game. Like, the game is going to slow down. Guards got to make plays in the half court. Guards got to find ways to get out in transition. And then simply, guards got to make shots. This year's team, it's early. It's still December, but they're shooting it better than last year's team. They're shooting it more, it feels like, more open looks. Everyone's more confident in their shot. And what have you seen as far as guys like Mason Gillis, Trey Kaufman-Wren, Caleb First? Because we know what the guards is giving. We know what Zach is going to give. What do they need to do as a collective?
I think they need to keep adjusting game by game. Because, like, you look at that Arizona game, Mason didn't shoot the ball well. Trey didn't necessarily have a good offensive game, but they took on them roles on the defensive end, getting offensive rebounds, doing the dirty work. Yep. So I just think, it's a game by game. But Caleb did a good job when he got those minutes. Even Ethan Morton, a lot of fans are big on him, like right now, shooting the ball and just putting pressure on him. But he's even willing to accept his role, and he's doing the little things, and the offense is going to flow. So I just think it's a game-by-game basis because Mason's going to make big shots. Trey's going to have another big game for us. So, I just think, like I said, game-by-game.
Yeah, because, you think about Ethan Moore, and he come in the game in limited minutes, 2 offensive rebounds and an assist. Mason gets a couple rebounds, 3 assists. So, they just got to produce as a collective. Look at PJ. Come here,
PJ, come on, man.
Come here, man.
This the man right here, man. Legend.
What's up?
Hey, I say this to you. I tweeted it.
What's up, man?
But it's so cool to see. Show the cameraman, like, to see PJ run the offense.
To hold the board up.
Just see hold the board up. But
in the huddle,
you see the mix, like, halftime paint just standing there looking. He got the board writing it up. But you see the new generation offense.
Yeah.
And I think that's talking about, it's no disrespect to any of the coaches we have, but now you look into the NCAA tournament run. Yep. You got P is getting really creative and putting guys in position to score. It was just like, every time coming out, just the efficiency. Yep. Every time he drew something up, it's like, hey, we getting good shots. They just got to make them.
And, I played with P, so I could see Braden reading ball screens, and I text you the other day.
Yeah, he did.
The reads he making and, like, him coming off and, like, relaxing.
Yeah.
It ain't just magic. So, like, when it come to Braden Smith and when it come to his development, someone in the background not getting a shine for it, is PJ Thompson. So Purdue's next head coach in line.
Yes, sir.
He gonna get out of here.
Yes,
he gonna
sir.
coach him up tonight. Appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna holler at you tonight. But nah, bro. Lou, you didn't beat good teams before. You didn't come out. I was here when I was in high school, and y'all beat Ohio State. I think they was number 2 in the country or something like that. Something crazy.
Yeah, something.
Etwan goes off. He get the little reverse spinny layup, go backwards or whatever. But then you got to get up for another game. That another game, it may not be the number 2 team in the country.
Right.
Like you see Indiana, they played Kansas toe-to-toe, but then they come out Morehead State, they almost lose that game. Yeah. So what's that like getting up for every single game, no matter who it is?
Oh, man, it's tough. Because you got to think some guys, respectfully, you're still not immature, but the maturity level, you just, like you said, you come off a big-time win, you're playing some of the best teams in the country. So now it's kind of that reverse now. You come in, you're expected to win, you should win. But now the smaller teams looking at you like, this is my chance to prove I belong here.
Yep.
So you can't come in here relaxed because guys are looking at this as an opportunity. I'm going to get film. I can go back. Maybe I should have been recruited at Purdue.
Yep.
So you got to come in with that same mentality. And when those guys can show that, it's showing the high-level basketball players they are if they can come in and compete, do their work, do their jobs, and get it done.
And some guys, just the landscape we in college basketball, it's a tryout.
Facts. Yeah. Nowadays.
I hate to say that. Shout out to Jacksonville and their coach. I love Coach Minks, but some of these guys and some of these families, they're looking at playing these high-caliber games in these big gyms and in front of these certain coaches, and I may be at that school next year.
That's a fact.
And because, I talked to a couple of junior college coaches, and not junior college, but mid-major coaches or low-major coaches, and they don't want to play certain teams.
Yeah.
Because they don't want their kids, we had to whisper through the handshake line, stuff like that. But no, it's I think they really got to come out and have a mature approach about it.
No, you're right about that. Because even piggybacking, like the transfer portal, I can't remember the guy's name. Tennessee, this the best player, white kid, lefty. I just seen an article where they were just saying he went from junior college to small D1 to now he's on Tennessee, the top 10, and he's the best player on the team. So like, a lot of guys is like, yo, this is tryouts right now.
Facts,
so you got to show up and be ready to play.
Nah, this is what's up, bro? Come here real quick. What's up, big dog? I want to ask you a question.
Put you on the spot.
What's been the focus this week in practice, these last couple of days?
You just said, like, stick to our rules a lot, just keep doing what we're doing, lock in on defense, stuff like that.
Put you on the spot, baby.
Another question, real quick before you leave. Just after that Arizona win and that high, would you say practice has become more intense getting ready for this game?
I wouldn't necessarily say more. Like you said,
Or I'll say
it's like
Back to business.
Back
and
to
got
business.
less. Yeah, I feel you.
we're just sort of keeping up the same thing that we've had going. Just
No matter who you play.
the same.
respect.
I like that coat, man. I gotta get one of those. But man, I think tonight is one of those games where, like you said, you got to come in. It's business as usual. You play in Jacksonville. You got to play them just like you played Arizona, because that's how good teams build a rhythm. Because you can't get into the tournament. Oh, we had 1 seed. Because we know how it is. You're a freshman. You're a 1 seed. I don't know how that is, but I know how it is being a freshman, being immature and thinking that way. Is that we play a 16 seed. We gonna win. And I can remember being a 5 seed, I think, and we playing. Who was that? Arkansas?
Yeah, I remember that.
Whatever.
Little
Rock,
Rock,
Arkansas.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, we gonna win. We gonna figure out a way.
Facts.
They coming back, but we gonna figure out a way. And I think sometimes you can't figure out a way. And I think when you approach every game the same, you have to figure out a way.
Yeah.
And I think this is gonna be one of those games. But I'm excited. I'm excited about tonight.
I agree on that. Kind of pivoting. I just want to ask you this question, just because it's Purdue's become Big Man U, and when I was there, respectfully, Juwan Johnson was Big Man U for us. We didn't technically have a 7-footer, so I was just going through the list, and I was wondering for you, like, you don't got to give me a specific order, but if you would say like your top 5 centers that you've seen through the Matt Painter era, what would you say? And let's take
Top
Zach
5.
Edey. Let's take Zach Edey out right now.
No, I'm putting Zach in there. He won.
Right, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. So I guess give me the other 4.
I'm going Zach. I'm going AJ.
Ooh, AJ Hammond. Shout out to AJ Hammond.
Just based off talent-wise, just AJ block shots with his left hand. He can finish at the rim. But if I'm going by production, I would go JJ second.
Okay.
JJ, AJ interchangeable to me.
With that.
See, I love AJ, but AJ can't be second. He didn't win. I'm going Zach, and then I'm going JJ.
Okay.
Dog, that's actually harder than I think.
AJ is a true 7-footer. Like, he's the original. He's the
I'm going
stone.
AJ. I'm going AJ second, because without AJ, you don't get Zach.
You don't get that.
Because you don't get Biggie.
Yeah.
Because I talked to Roosevelt.
So, you see,
So I know. Yeah. Because Biggie wanted to come play the 4 at first, and AJ was the 5. Biggie was going to have to play the 5 right away at other schools.
Yeah.
So I strongly believe without AJ, Paint's a great recruiter, but AJ helped having him there. Then I'm gonna go Biggie, and I hate to put JJ 4th, but then I go JJ, and then I go big fella. I go Isaac after that.
Okay. I respect it.
Because JJ, if they was playing 1-on-1, king of the court, you had one basketball, AJ Hammonds wins. You score, you stay.
Okay.
AJ Hammond win that.
Skill-wise? Is that what?
He can sit down and guard JJ if he wants to, but JJ can't guard him in the post. And he can stretch Zach and Isaac out to the 3. I remember him and Isaac playing.
Are we starting post work? Because I think, are we starting with the ball in the post, or are we starting with the ball?
No, you just want it wherever you want it. You got one person, you got a coach on the wing, you can hit the coach, you get a pass, you can go post, but if you want it on the perimeter, you got it.
Ooh, I like that matchup. I like JJ on the perimeter, because JJ can sit down and guard.
But I'm just gonna hit the coach and I'm gonna go post.
And then go post, okay.
Chill little ass out here. But no, and then I did see something on Twitter the other day. I saw, and I love Braden Smith, and he's gonna be great.
Yeah.
He's gonna be All-American, and he's gonna be amazing. But E'Twaun Moore is never on the second tier of any list of
facts.
It'll never be. It won't be today. It won't be next year. It won't be 5 years from now. Whenever there's a Purdue list, E'Twaun Moore always gonna be top 5. What up, Fletch?
Oh, Mr. 260.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Come say. What's up, man?
To the podcast, man.
Yeah, man.
We got Fletcher Lawyer coming off.
What's happening?
About big game against Arizona. Fletcher, what's one thing that you would say changed about your game from last year to this year?
Just being more aggressive in certain spots and
like
being
that.
ready to go no matter who the matchup is. That's it.
There we go.
No doubt.
You heard it
No doubt.
from your man himself.
Appreciate
Have a good one
you,
tonight,
Fletch.
Fletch. I like those shoes, man. I'm starting to like all this gear, man.
I gotta get back in the portal. Can I get some eligibility, Fletch?
Those is tight. But no, man, I think for that, E'Twaun is always gonna be in the top 5. He's always gonna be tier 1, no matter who we're going against. But I do think Braden has entered himself into the All-American conversation. I think he's entered himself into the top point guard in the Big Ten conversation right there with Boo Buie. If I had to vote today on the first team All-American team, I'd probably vote Braden Smith, my point guard. They beaten all the top teams. He's played well. You think about coming into the year, Tyler Kolek was the guy. 18-5-5 in a win.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Caleb Love, 26.
26, yeah, Alabama.
So I mean,
yeah.
27-8.
Yeah.
So it's like I
Yeah.
put him in that conversation. I think Purdue has 2 All-Americans. I think if Fletcher continues to play how he plays, he'll be in the discussion. I'd mention somewhat. But I think this is a team where it's no longer just Zach. You got guys that can hoop. And even Lance Jones, he goes 2 for 9 from the field, gets 9 points, but you felt every basket he had.
No doubt.
Like, he is
No
an
doubt.
impactful player on both ends of the floor. You put him on play. You see Northwestern, you had him on Boo Buie. Boo Buie doesn't score. And then he fouls out, Boo Buie go for 10 straight.
Yeah.
So I think he means a lot. I think this team is built differently athletically. So we in for a treat the rest of the year.
No doubt. I think just hearing you say that alone, just thinking Big Ten selections, you probably got 2, possibly 3 guys that make first team, all Big Ten.
Oh, you got 2 for sure, and then maybe
you got possibly 2 guys that can win Defensive Player of the Year.
Yup.
At least 2 guys maybe can be on second team if they don't make first team all Big Ten.
Last time you had 2 guys on both teams, on both all defensive teams and all conference teams, it probably would have been JJ and Kramer.
Yeah.
Well, JJ wouldn't have been.
Yeah, Kramer
wouldn't have been all conference.
Nope. I don't think it's been done.
Oh,
this
that's
might be
tough.
the first year. I think it can be done.
I
Yeah.
asked for it.
Yeah. All right.
But we'll leave y'all with that. This could be somebody go back and do the research. Tweet us, find us on Twitter at Rapheal Davis 3.
At LouJack_23.
Find us on YouTube at Rapheal Davis Boilermaker Buzz. Let us know, is this going to be the first team since when that Purdue's had 2 guys on first team all Big Ten and 2 guys on all defensive team? But until next time, let's get this win tonight against Jacksonville. Boiler up, hammer down, Boilermaker Buzz, we out.